Hello and good morning. Let's take a look at this work right here. All right, so notice that the vertex is in the center of the circle. So the angle and the arc are equal. So this angle right here is the same as the arc. But this one, the vertex is on the circle, so the angle is equal to half of the intercepted arc. So half of 40 is going to be 20 degrees. So this angle is 20 degrees. Let's talk about today's work. Today's work, copy this down right here, these two problems. All right, so we already talked about the angle being in the center. We already talked about the vertex being on the circle. And we already talked about, or we're going to talk about, the vertex outside. That's what we're doing today. If the vertex is outside, the angle is equal to half of the big arc minus the little arc. Write down this formula right here. Let me make it a little smaller so we can get some work in. Okay, so copy down that formula. All right, notice that the vertex is outside the circle, so you're going to put x, or angle x, is equal to half of the big arc, which is 190, minus the little arc, which is 110. Okay? And I think I threw in a little extra parentheses here. Let me get rid of that. So when you subtract, you get 80, and half of 80 is 40. So this angle is 40 degrees. Okay? The second one works the same way. So the angle, which is all of this, is equal to half of the big arc, which is 210, minus the little arc, which is 24x. There it is. So what I would do on this one right here, I would say 24x minus 3, half of 210 is 105, and half of 24 is 12. And then I would go ahead and add 12x to both sides and get 36x. I would move the 3 over here. That becomes a plus 3, which is going to give me 108. And then I'm going to divide. So 108 divided by 36. And when I do that, I get 3. So x is equal to 3 on that problem there. So this angle right here is 24 times 3 minus 3. So 24 times 3 and then minus 3. And I get 69. So this angle is 69 degrees. We got one more here. This angle is outside. Draw this diagram. The whole circle is 360. So this piece right here is going to be 360 minus 250. And when I do that, I get 110. So this arc is 110 degrees. So the angle, which is x, is equal to half of the big arc minus the little arc. And then whatever I get there is my answer. So that's 140. So half of 140 is going to give me 70 degrees. And that's what that answer is right there. Today you have a worksheet, and you're using the vertex on the outside, and I put the formula to the right of the page there. If you have any questions, make sure you ask. And it's here on video, but it's also on Canvas. I put the answers over there as well, so you know if you're doing it right. Let's talk about MCR class now, so take a look up here. All right, so when you factor this, you're going to go ahead and factor this as the difference of two squares, x times x and 3 times 3. So this is x plus 3 and x minus 3. On this one, you're going to take a 2 out, you're left with x minus 9, or x squared minus 9, and that's going to be x plus 3 and x minus 3, but the 2 is part of your answer. Let's talk about today's work. We're doing trinomials. Copy down these two problems right here, and there's a chart you need to know. And that's the first thing I want you to do on your worksheet today. Copy that down. 2 pluses will be 2 pluses. A minus and a plus will be 2 minuses. And these will be a plus and a minus. These you add, these you subtract. Copy that down. Let's take a look here. We're going to take 7 we're looking for the factors of 7, which is 1 times 7. There are 2 pluses, so according to the chart, you're going to end up with 2 pluses. So this one's going to be a B plus and a B plus. And 1 times 7, check the outer, check the inner, and you get 8. And that's your answer, and that's how you factor it. This one's a negative and a positive. That's this one, which is going to be 2 negatives, which means you're going to be adding. So put 2 negatives. Now, what times what is 18? That's going to add to give you 11. It's got to be 3 and 6. Check the outer, check the inner. Let me think about that. No, it's 2 times 9. Put 2 and 9 is going to give you 11. Okay? We'll do some more work in class, but that's pretty much it. Here's your worksheet. Okay? And you can look at that on your spare time or get it off the canvas. Either way, it's going to be there. All right? So have a good morning, and I hope everything's well.